Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the online English classes. Let's continue our chapter 1.2 Monday morning. Before we start, we recall it. Chapter 1.2 Monday morning. On Monday morning, Tom is very unhappy. He lies in bed thinking that it would be nice to stay home. He tries to convince himself, but it doesn't work. He feels hopeful about the pain from a loose tooth, but then he realizes that Aunt Polly will put it out if he complains. Eventually, he remembers that he has a sore toe. This seems a likely excuse and he begins to well in pain. Now let's start the next part of a chapter. I forgive everybody, Sid groaned. Tell em so, Sid. And Sid, you gave my cat with one eye to the girl with golden hair and tell her. But Sid had snatched his clothes and gone. Tom was not suffering in reality so handsomely, and his imagination working, and his groan had gathered quite a genuine tone. Sid flew downstairs and said, "Oh, Aunt Polly, come. Tom's dying." "Dying?" "Yes, Auntie. Don't wait. Come quick." "Rubbish. I don't believe it." See, now Tom is starting a new emotional plan with Sid. "Now, Sid, I gave you everything, all my lovely thing." With paining sound, he says that he will die soon. "Tell them so, Sid." Tom says to Sid that you gave my cat to the girl who is one eye and whose hair is golden, and tell her this all conversation. Tom is saying under the sheet, that means bed sheet, with all emotional and acting way. Tom lies in bed and now Sid had snatched his clothes, that means bed sheet, and gone. Tom was now suffering in reality, that means he shows very handsomely and in real way, and his imagination working, and his sound of pain in a true tone. He gathered quite his pain like a real. Now, without wasting time, Sid flew down to stairs and said, but now also Tom begs that Sid not to tell Aunt Polly. But this time Sid can't hear anything and comes down and said to Aunt Polly, "Aunt Polly, come. Tom's dying." Aunt Polly says, "Dying? That means?" Sid says, "Yes, Auntie, don't wait. Come quick." Aunt Polly said that, "Rubbish. I don't believe it." But she fled upstairs, nevertheless, with Sid and Mary at her heels. Her face grew white and her lips trembled. When she reached the bedside, she gasped out, "You, Tom, Tom, what's the matter with you?" "Oh, Auntie, I am." "What's the matter with you?" "What is the matter with you, child?" "Oh, Auntie, my sore toe mortified." The old lady sank down into a chair and laughed a little, then cried a little, then did both together. This restored her and she said, "Now what happened?" Aunt Polly ran away to upstairs and said to Sid that, "Come both, Mary and sit with me." And she feels a great tension in her face. Her face grew white and her lips shake slightly. And she feels very emotional. She reached the bedside and she spoke in a breathless way. She was not in position to speak. He entered the room. She says, Tom, Tom, what's the matter with you? Now she feels so much tension that what's the matter with you? Aunt Polly again says, what's the matter, my child? Now Tom say in emotional way, Tom replied, oh auntie, my toe is going to fall off. Or to say injured badly and infected. This all he says in an emotional way. Now the old lady to fall down into a chair and laughed a little and cried a little and did both together. That means you see children how much Aunt Polly loved Tom. First she laughed and then cried. It feels that motherhood is a great thing and mothers are always very emotional and she also accept our excuses and always forgive us. After this she again comes to the situation. Tom, what a turn you gave me now. You shut up that nonsense and climb out of this. The groan chills of a pain vanished from the toe. The boy felt a little foolish and he said, Aunt Polly, it seemed mortified and it hurt so much that I never minded my tooth at all. Tom, what a turn you gave me. She felt so much frightened. And after hearing of Tom, but now all things okay. And then she said, now you shut up that nonsense and you come up out of this. Now Tom says that the pain vanished from the toe and it comes to an end. The boy felt a little foolish and he told to Aunt Polly that it really shame and it hurt so much that I never minded my tooth at all. His toe really had been hurting even more than a tooth. Now Aunt Polly understood everything that he created a lot of excuses. Aunt Polly sees through his act. Tom represent to make something seems more worse. After create this all thing, he feels shame that Aunt Polly laugh. It shows that the interactions embodied their affection for one another. Aunt Polly loved Tom too much, but this kind of excuse she can't accept it. See children how much you create excuses, but moms love always as usually. But children, try not to create this type of situation. You children are the heart or to say that part of a life. Thank you.